Alright, so I'm on the hunt today for a Boyd's Forest Dragon. They're a thermoconforming camouflage lizard that lives in the wet tropics here. So instead of warming up in the sun like most lizards do, they stay on the trunks of trees in the shade so that they don't get too hot. They are known to warm up in the sun during breeding periods, but only really females have been seen doing that. And the males will still stay cool. The reason for this is in a forest like this, the one thing that's going to eat a lizard like that is going to be a python, and pythons can hunt using thermoreceptive glands on their face so they can see them in the dark if they're warmer than everything else, which is crazy. So these lizards, they chill out on the trees. They look like trees. They're really hard to find. If you have a look at this path, there's lots of nice open trees. You would think it'd be easy to see something sitting on one, and maybe they're just not here today, who knows. But we're looking for them anyway. So I've found quite a few of these over time, and I've photographed quite a few. But I was really hoping to find one today so that I could talk about it. But it looks like maybe that's not going to be the case. I tell you what, how about this? Given that I can't find one, I'm just going to tell you about them instead. So these guys here, I mean, you can find them in the forest quite easily, regularly. I've seen, as I say, quite a few, but because they're protected and they live in a protected environment, you can't take them off the trees, you can't take them from the environment. So to get a photo of one, I was going to have to photograph it on a tree without it noticing. And the best way to do that, I figured, would have been while they were asleep. So what I did was I rigged up the Jurassic Park car with some lights so that it could be parked stationary but have the headlights on, and that way I could have it fixed to a base plate that I could hold sideways up against a tree while a forest dragon was sleeping on that tree, so that then you would have the headlights illuminating the dragon on a tree that had fallen over the road, if you get what I mean. And then once I'd started building that, I found out that I knew someone who had one as a pet, and who's going to turn that down? So I went and photographed this one as a pet, which turned out to be way more placid than I thought it was going to be, and super easy to photograph. And yeah, I got this really great photo, or a couple of really great photos, but the experience of shooting it was really, really weird, because I did expect it to be very jumpy, very jittery, unwilling to sit still and all sorts of stuff, and instead it was just super chill. So yeah, it was a really, really rewarding shoot, but very surprising in many different ways. I wish I had found one in the wild right now. It'd be great to be able to show you one actually out here doing what it does. But yeah, I'll keep looking. Maybe if I find one later on, I'll show one to you. But at least you can see it in the Lego photos, right? That's kind of cool. So there you go. Boyd's Forest Dragon. Super sick lizard! Keep your eyes out for them if you're ever in the wet tropics. They're hard to spot. That camouflage is immaculate. Oh, there's one there.